Let's talk about chapatis. Hi guys, welcome back again to Luna's podcast. My name is Catherine, your host, and today I wanted to talk about chapatis because why not? We love chapos. We all love. Kama haupendi chapati, you must be a very weird person. But you're not talking about cooking them. You're talking about making them. I love making chapatis. It is very therapeutic for me. It grounds me. When I make chapatis, I usually get out of my head and I concentrate on working that dough. Like, is it soft enough? Do I need to add this more? Do I need to do this more? Most of the time, I'm going to have music in the background, and that just helps me get out of my head even more. Yeah. So I usually do this when I I feel like I'm getting really anxious or really depressed or stressed about something. Like I'm just really in my head and I just need to get out of it. Because worrying isn't going to help with anything. So I need to find a way to get out of that. And basically, this means grounding or like being grounded. So let's talk about being grounded. So let's talk about being grounded. Grounding, what does this mean? Um, it means getting out of your head. Like I said, making chapatis makes helps me get out of my head, right? So being grounded is removing excess emotions that are inside of you, or um, the excess thinking that is going on in your mind, and you need to slow everything down. Yeah, so that is what grounding means. And when you're not grounded, it's usually going to manifest in the form of pain, sickness, anxiety, depression. Yeah. Have you ever realized when you begin to think about something too much, or begin stressing about something too much, you're usually going to get sick in some form of way, or get really anxious, or just do not want to talk to anyone. You just want to be by yourself. You are kind of depressed. Yeah, that just means you are not grounded. I need to find a way to be grounded. So in this video, in this podcast, in this episode, I am going to share um 6 or 7 habits that are going to help you become grounded, that are going to help you ground yourself. You can pick any of these habits and, yeah, incorporate them into your routines, or just try them out when you feel like the not being grounded has begun manifesting in the form of pain, sickness, anxiety, stress, depression. Yeah, yeah, not medically diagnosed depression, the depression that when you begin to feel like you are getting kind of depressed, that kind of depression. Yeah, because if you are depressed, then you most definitely need to get help. Yeah, so let's begin. Yeah, so habit number one: begin doing an activity that you love, but one that requires your full attention. So this means that you'll have to get out of your head and really concentrate on this activity. Remember, the meaning of being grounded, it's ridding off or getting rid of the excess emotions or intellectual thinking. Yeah, so you need to like find something that requires your full attention. For instance, myself, making chapatis, it requires my full attention. It's not like a really serious thing. So this means it doesn't have to be serious. It could be serious, but I feel like if I am really anxious or I'm feeling really stressed and depressed, then I most probably won't be able to do like a really serious activity or work, right? So I need to find something that is not really serious, but it requires my full attention, but I also love. So I love making chapatis. It requires my full attention because I want to make them as good as best as I possibly can. Yeah. So just find an activity that you love. If doing that activity with a little bit of music in the background is going to help you get out of your head, great, do that. Habit number two, doing chores by yourself without music in the background or with instrumental music in the background. I know most of us like to do our chores with music in the background, but sometimes, especially when you are not really okay, it might be a form of distraction, like escape. It might be a form of escape, and I think you don't really want to escape your whatever you're feeling. You want to kind of not stress over it, but figure it out, reason with yourself. And so I think like doing a chore by yourself without distractions is going to help you do that, because you're not like fully in your head thinking about that thing, because you need some form of concentration as you're doing these chores, but also you're not like fully concentrating on this chore, you're not thinking about whatever is stressing you out. So yeah, I feel like it's a really nice way to figure things out by it helps you get out of your head. Once again, I feel like all these habits that I'm going to share are going to be things that are going to help you get out of your head, but not help you escape from whatever you need to deal with. Personally, when I do chores without a lot of like noise in the background, especially when I do dishes or when I am organizing my room, um, yeah, I get to like think about this thing that is really stressing me out, or why do I feel really anxious as I clean my room, and I feel like I do it better while doing a chore than when I'm just like lying in bed and just stressing about it. Because when I'm in bed alone in the darkness, I'm probably going to overthink it more than it needs to be thought. I know it sounds like absurd, it sounds crazy, it sounds like it is impossible, but it's not. It's actually very nice because it's like you hanging out with you, like you having a conversation with you, but you're not like fully in that conversation. It's like one of you's cleaning, the other one is probably cleaning something else, or is just like talking to you and listening to you. Therapy, if you ask me. Habit number three, sitting alone or lying in bed alone by yourself without music, without your phone, without nothing. Yeah, I know this might sound like it contradicts with the other two that I just mentioned, but again, I'm giving you guys options so that you can pick whatever habit you feel like resonates with you, or whatever habit that you feel like is going to work for you. Yeah, So as much as it might sound like it's contradicting the other two habits, it might help as long as you are doing it consciously and purposefully. Is that a word? Like you set aside that time knowing that this is time, like you just decided to sit or lie in bed alone by yourself to think about this thing with some form of direction, not the kind that you just sit and decide to overthink things. You're doing it with intention, you are doing it with direction. Yeah, so you might decide to do it outside or in your room, observe things that are around you, bring yourself to the present so that you do not like worry about the future or think about the past. Because from this book that I was reading, Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, I think that's his name. I hope that is the way it should be pronounced. Anyway, yeah, Power of Now. Um, when you are not grounded, you are not being present. So you need to find these habits mostly are ways to like try to bring yourself into the present moment for you to stop worrying about the future or reliving pain that is in the past. So when you consciously and intentionally decide to sit by yourself, observe your surroundings, and just like bring yourself to the present, and then reason out your whatever problem it is that you're having, reason it out um, after feeling all the emotions that you need to feel, and then getting rid of them because you're not about to feel them and then keep them inside of you. Yeah, I feel like I have really rambled a lot on this point, but I hope you get my point. Habit number 4 is slowing down. When I'm being very productive, when I'm having like a very productive period, I'm usually in a rush to do things, finish things. Because again, like I said in the previous episode, I love the feeling. I think most people love the feeling of accomplishing things, doing things in time or before time. And so that might lead to a little bit of rush. Also, when you worry a lot about the future, you want to do things in a rush. Again, in the world that we are living in right now, there's just a lot to do with really little time. So we end up rushing things, but we need to slow down because I feel like rushing these things is what makes us. Oh my god, I just remembered something really awful. Present moment, Catherine. Present. What was I saying? Slowing down because I feel like in this era or during this time we feel like we need to rush a lot of things, or like just life just forces you to rush things, and sometimes you just need to like stop and slow things down, because in this rush is when we begin to get really anxious about meeting deadlines, about accomplishing certain things by a certain time. Slow down, do whatever you need to do to slow down, find things that do things that make you happy, do things that you're not doing just to like get money or what, get money or like accomplish things, um well, like just doing it um for pleasure. You are taking the time to do this thing slowly, enjoying every little moment to do it, like reading a book. It's a way of slowing down, without any rush of like finishing a book. Or it could be something like taking a walk, if you are able to do so, if you're living in a place that you can be able to take a walk. Yeah, do that, slow down, take a vacation if you can. Visit a really calm and cool place where you can just slow down. You can just like drop every worry and every thought and just be in the present moment. Enjoy the now. Yeah. Habit number 5, meditation. I know it seems like everyone is meditating these days. I have tried it. I am slowly trying to like um, make sure that I do it every day, incorporate it into my routine, morning or evening, whatever time. Because it helps to like calm your mind, because meditating forces you to get it forces you to observe your mind. It forces you to observe your mind as it rambles and thinks at 1,000 thoughts per minute. And when you begin to observe it, it begins to feel a little bit embarrassed, or it like does not want to be observed, because we usually like do these things unconsciously. We're constantly thinking without realizing that we are constantly thinking. So when you begin to observe these thoughts, then your mind does not want to be, or that person inside your mind does not want to be observed. So it's going to stop, slow down, stop, start again, slow down, stop. That is what meditation feels like to me. And so it has helped me like get out of my head, or like slow down my process of thinking, which is not always great. Because you see, when you're thinking, or at least when I'm thinking, I'm constantly either um, worrying about the future or reliving the pain in the past. And one fact about this is that I really have absolutely no power to control the future or change the past. So this thinking is really pointless. Yeah, so meditation helps to ground you. It helps you to bring you back to the present. It helps you slow down your thinking process. Habit number 6 and the last one is taking deep breaths when you begin to notice yourself getting anxious or feeling a little bit depressed, or you can always tell the signs. So I usually like take deep breaths when I find myself getting anxious from relieving the pain that is in the past. So I take a really huge deep breath, and then I tell myself, you are no longer there, you are here, and then now you are okay, you are safe. Whatever you're thinking about is not happening right now. It already happened. It's forgotten. People do not even remember it. So you are okay. And taking that deep breath brings me back into the present moment, which again grounds me. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you become grounded. I hope it helps you get out of your head. I hope it helps you come to the present moment. I hope it helps you live your best life. Yeah, so like, subscribe, comment, share. Yeah, help me grow this channel, help someone who needs to hear whatever it is that I'm saying. Yeah, bye. I love you guys a lot, a lot, a lot. I hope this episode helps you become a little bit more grounded. I hope it helps you